Good evening and welcome to NNX, where we give you campus news faster than you can eat a bowl of mac and cheese. I'm Lily Wolfson.
And I'm Max Rothfeder. Let's dive right into tonight's stories. Last week, Northwestern reported 302 new positive cases and 4,083 total tests taken for a positivity rate of 7.4%. This is an increase from last week's 189 positive cases.
With increased COVID cases, Bean and students are saying a concert on April 30th with at least 150 performers, both singers and instrumentalists, has led to an outbreak of more than 24 COVID-19 cases. And that's just the ones the students say they know about from talking to each other. The university did not respond to NNN's request for comment. NNN has reviewed an email to students from the Office of Choral Organizations showing several cancellations of rehearsals, performances, and auditions. Bean and students have said the choral department has been helpful to students who have tested positive.
And the announcement of a tuition increase at Northwestern. The university says that the 3.5% tuition increase for undergrads next year will go towards research, health services, classrooms, and the student experience. Northwestern's tuition increases to $62,391. With room and board included, it all adds up to $82,908. Northwestern also says it will give out 8% more in financial aid. This raises the amount of financial aid to $272 million. Currently, more than 60% of undergraduates receive financial aid, including work-study, grants, scholarships, and summer earnings.
Have you ever thought about what happens to all the dining hall food that isn't served? Well, one group is way ahead of you. The student group, Campus Kitchens, works to recover unserved food from across campus and repackage it into meals for food insecure individuals across the area. Student volunteers say it's particularly meaningful because their efforts directly impact the community.
It's nice to just be like, this is the food. I am touching the food with gloves on. And people will eat this food and that will improve their quality of life.
In Cook County, nearly 12% of residents, more than 613,000 people, were projected to be food insecure last year, according to a Feeding America report.
Now to another organization that tackles food insecurity. Last Friday, Meals on Wheels of Northeastern Illinois had their annual gala. The event was held at Double Clutch Brewery, a car-themed restaurant in Evanston. Attendees celebrated the work of the organization with vintage cars and specially brewed beer. The event also featured live music, and as a surprise, the food served was the same food regularly delivered to community members. At its first in-person gala in 2 years, the organization raised $120,000.
The purpose of Meals on Wheels is being able to get to the people who can't get out. And so for us to have been separated from each other for this long, it's kind of nice to get everybody back together again.
So Ellie Skelly is with us now in the studio to tell us more. Ellie, what was this event for?
Hey Max, the gala was held to raise money for Meals on Wheels. That money will be used to help expand and serve more community members and people in need.
And who are some of the notable names that were at this event?
So the event included Mayor Daniel Bliss, along with volunteers of Meals on Wheels, donors, and board members. There was also live music from blues musician Nicholas Barron and former Bodines member Sam Yanis. And when I told my dad, I didn't know who Sam Yanis was or the Bodines, but he was excited because he used to be a Bodines fan.
Thanks, Ellie. Lily?
Back on campus, a group of Northwestern sophomores proposed the idea and planned for months to create a second-year prom. A second-year prom coming up this Saturday. The dance will be held at the Congress Plaza Hotel in downtown Chicago, and sophomores will hit the dance floor. The Office of Student Engagement and their second-year advisory board is making sure sophomores build community on campus with second-year week and prom. Spirit Day, food trucks, and Lazy Monday are just a few of the events going on, giving sophomores a chance to de-stress from midterms and special.
So I'm hoping this can just be a week where it's just we're finally, the school's finally focusing on us second years.
Second year week is packed with events. Yesterday was Lazy Monday, today is Spirit Day, Way Back Wednesday is tomorrow, with Olympic Day and Tropical Day leading up to the big night, prom. To find more details on this week's events, check out the Wildcat Welcome Back Canvas page.
With dancing comes music, and a freshman band is showcasing their tunes on and off campus. The group, Tavern, first made a name for themselves at a Northwestern party, and now they're expanding to paid gigs. It all started with lead singer Annie Wallach and guitarist Phoebe Feldman, before they added a second guitarist and a keyboard player and a drummer.
We figured we need more people to play songs. The intention was always to just, do it as a hobby, like play with each other, have fun.
So Lily, you talked with the band. What songs do they play?
The songs are a secret until the gig, but for now they're sticking to covers, and they said originals are definitely going to be in their future.
And where can we find them next?
They're going to be playing at the Unity Charity Fashion Show at the Women's Club of Evanston this Thursday at 7 p.m.
Thanks, Lily.
Musicians aren't the only ones singing this quarter. Evanston's warm weather is here and the birds are chirping. Between Clark Street Beach and Centennial Park, there's a grassy haven for Evanston's wildlife. NNN's Gabrielle Coriati takes us there.
There's a little guy, a little bird.
Julie Dorfman and her husband, Jerry Hurst, are the co-stewards of the Clark Street Beach Bird Sanctuary.
That's called birder ADD. You're in the middle of a sentence and suddenly something flies by and all of a sudden everything is lost.
Sanctuary volunteers remove weeds and invasive species to bring back the natural environment.
We thought it was a bird sanctuary, but in fact, it's a nature sanctuary.
When Northwestern's Siegel Visitor Center was built in 2014, Evanston's tree ordinance required NU to pay for every city tree they destroyed, totaling over $170,000. That money funded the sanctuary's creation.
It's a place where we can be out in nature, where other people can be out in nature, and where we feel that we can contribute in the fight to save the earth.
Digging together for the environment and community.
The community of people, of birds, of plants, of insects.
Bridging two generations together.
People who are here are either students or they're boomers like me.
To help the city they all live in.
So like if we're walking along this way or going to classes that way, we'll always pass by this bird sanctuary and know that we made an impact.
Thanks, Gabrielle. So Max, I've seen a lot of wildlife around campus. What about you?
Yeah, I've seen a lot too. Last week I saw some birds and their babies and it was adorable, but there's nothing like all these bunnies that you see around campus. I heard you have a bunny at home.
I do, and you can find him on Instagram. That's at Wallace the Bun. Well, that's all the time we have for tonight. Thanks so much for watching.
Stay tuned for the Northwestern News Report and Politicat coming up next. I'm Max Rothvetter.
And I'm Lily Wolfson. Have a great night.